Hello everyone.
Hi.
I do hear myself, wait. Probably closing this. Yeah. Alright. Trill's happy, then I'm also happy. Everything should be set. Be aware this is the first time for me actually streaming using OBS and running Foundry and running Pathfinder, so there could be a few hitchups, but it should be fine and should be fun. Going to this screen. Yes, basic screen. Nice. Alright. So we're still in Ekros. In, well, a small part, I think, east of Uruk. I'm probably mispronouncing all the names because I haven't heard them in a while. But there's two brave players. Gold and power. Those often go hand in hand. Without gold, you are powerless, unable to influence the world around you. And without power, how are you going to get a load of gold to kickstart your ascent into power? Today, our brave adventurers are presented with a unique opportunity. Yeah. Zoom, 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 zoom. Oh, someone is already drunk. Yeah.
Is this canon? Is he actually drunk?
Well, he is crooked, so. No. Well, you've been summoned here to this brewery. For, well, all you know is there's a lot of money to be earned. But first, about you. Did you already meet earlier, or did you get your summons separately? Let's start with. Wait, I can roll. That's nice. One is milk, the second one is dawn. Yeah. So, Rhae, if I'm pronouncing it correctly.
I think we met up in the tavern last night, discussing this opportunity over a couple of ales, and yeah, it was a decent night, and now we've found ourselves down here to we've been introduced to each other, and that's about it, I suppose. And we've come down here to check out the further prospects.
Yeah, so you've probably heard about the brewery inside the tavern. It could be the same tavern actually that you're about to walk into. Maybe overheard the barmaid or some other patrons. Yeah. Finn, how about you?
With how we met?
Yeah, anything you would like to add or?
Oh, no, I think that was fine. I think because Don and I talked a little bit, we definitely met before. And we were like, let's team up.
Team up for a change instead of meeting in a tavern. Well, you met in a tavern, but off stream. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, but it's easier for us to know each other right now.
It's plot convenience.
Plot convenience.
We're
Yeah.
really good at that.
Is there any particular reason you are looking for a lot of coin? Do you have any ambitions?
I really, really want to be rich. So the more money I have, the better.
Rhae is going through his midlife crisis, and he has a huge passion for woodworking. He wants to make his own woodworking shop, so he's going to need a lot of capital to start that.
All right. So different end goals, but you all need a bunch load of cash to start. Yeah, if you would like, you can enter the tavern.
I think my walking speed is only 25. Hold on, it takes me a minute to get inside. And I'm gonna stay here right in the way. Right. Oh, dang it.
So, as you can see, this is a fairly regular tavern with a bunch of people around. You can see the one with the keg behind the bar. She's walking back to fill up the keg at the spout. You can see there a little bit. In front of the bathroom, you assume, you can see a blacksmith, and there's another patron who's just sitting there having a load of fun. You overheard yesterday that you need to talk to Razra, and to talk to her, you need to order the silver ale. But of course, you can do other stuff first.
I'm gonna nudge Rhae, and I'm gonna go, go, go ask for the ale. Do it.
Oh, I know I always have to be the one. I'll go up to
Howdy!
the table. Good, well, doesn't really matter down here, right? Morning, I guess.
Yeah.
Could I get one of the best, the very best silver ales?
Silver ales. Oh, straight to the point. All right. You sure you don't want to try the all toppings bread first, or you need to get some buffer before you really go to town?
Should really eat something as well. Some more toppings bread would be good. Yeah, we can do that, and then we'll combine with a shaken milk afterwards.
Yeah, that's all fine.
Yeah, Finn, you want anything in yours? Anything special?
I'll take a shake of milk. I'm gonna sit down at the bar right here.
Well, it takes a few minutes.
Oh, I'm going all the way around.
Yes, yeah. You can see the kitchen.
In the one way, out the other.
Yeah.
It's suspicious.
Yeah, here's your all toppings bread with, as you know, all the toppings. And yeah, you can follow me.
What
For
kind
the
of
rest,
toppings
okay.
are all of the toppings?
All of them. Pineapple, mushroom, fish, cheese, meat, more meat.
It's just a mountain of food.
It's just
of thin
everything.
bread.
All the toppings. Apple. You name it.
Finn's just gonna look at it and be like, that looks so messy.
Yeah, but if you are ready, you can follow me.
She walked right through the wall.
Yeah.
She's a mimic.
I want to peek into the room before I walk in.
Sure. Let's make sure. Yeah, you see a large stone floor. You hear some fluids in pipes. It feels a little bit warmer here. You definitely hear some fire being stoked up. And as you peek through, you also see a big table. And behind the table sits a woman, Vistkanya. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but you can barely see it. But because you are also one of them, you easily identify her. She is looking a bit chaotic with papers all around the table, and she looks excited to see you. She already motions, "Oh, come over, come over."
Oh, she's excited. Okay.
Of
Big
course.
Gonna
slice
walk
of all
inside.
toppings bread.
We just
Are you
dive
carrying
before
your
you.
all toppings bread?
It's to go.
Are shaken milks also to go?
Yeah.
Okay, sweet.
Yeah, they are also sweet.
I'll
A
stand
little
right
bit
here.
sour for some reason.
Sour like your attitude. Whoa.
So now you fully enter the room. You can see that this is the place where they make all the ale. They have a big uh, um, well, I would say kettle, but that's small. But big machinery to heat the water, pour in the hops. But for now, no one is working here.
Well, that's quite the equipment you've got over there. Is that Veldiran wood, I see?
No, most of this is
No.
from Teneas. Verduren wood.
That's
Oh,
pretty
I would
expensive.
like some Verduren wood, but I haven't got the capital, if you know what I mean.
Oh, we're about here to change that, right? For all of us.
Yes. So, are any of you familiar with the Baron?
It strikes a bell, but do remind any of us who might be straggling on that.
You can do me a society check.
Both of us, or just?
Both of you, if you'd like.
Society. Oh, great.
I'm checking your sheets right now because you might have relevant lore, but you both have the same lore skill. Yeah, that's fine either way.
We don't know anything.
Well, with your lore about the underworld, you have a little bit of an idea. You've heard that
Alright.
there has been like a protection racket going around. That nearby villages, well, there are merchants, farmers. They need to pay protection money in order, well, to not get robbed by the people offering them protection, basically. Which is making them quite some coin. But other than that, well, that's something everyone in the area would know, but you don't know much more than that. And that's also what this person, who introduced herself as Rasra, uh, tells you. Well, yeah, there's Brasmer is offering protection from himself for quite some gold. There's about 3 dozen soldiers running around, and every month they have a big payout at the mansion of the Baron. When that's in a few days now, so we have to act quick. But if we time it correctly, then there should be about 2,500 gold, or either in gold coins or maybe part of it in silver bars. Because Brasmer really likes silver. He named his company the Glorious Silver Company. Yeah, he's basically bullying everyone, including me. So yeah, we need to stop that. So if his soldiers don't get paid and we get the money, then hopefully things change around here. Of course, me telling this, well, and helping you with the planning does come with a small fee of about 20%. but I think that's more than fair.
Kind of depends. Bringing exactly to this game, besides some of the information, do you have the finer details that we might need?
I have some, but first, what do you bring to the table?
Oh, listen here, honey. I've been with the Thieves Guild for about 12 years now, so I've done this before. I know I'm my way around this, so
You've
I have experience.
stolen a lot of money from a very wealthy and powerful man.
I've stolen a lot of money, but maybe they weren't that rich and powerful. But I've definitely stolen a lot of money, and for a long time, gotten away with it too.
Can you roll me a diplomacy check?
Diplomacy. Oh, that's actually positive.
With 22, I now see the rolls don't show up at the stream, but I can fix it for next session. With a 23, yeah, she's convinced. You look like you've seen the insides of some very luxurious homes, and not often by invitation, but purely just by getting in and getting out. All right. How about the other one? What do you bring?
Well, I don't really bring much, gonna be honest. But I do want money, and that 2,500 gold sounds really nice.
He can get in and out pretty quick.
So you're
Yeah,
just
I'm really
showing
good at
up?
like sneaking around and talking to people.
Could be useful. Maybe it could be the help of we haven't really been properly introduced. I already said I'm Resra. What are your names?
The name is Rhae.
Ray, nice to meet you.
Let's keep it at that. You might have heard of me.
She
Yeah,
looks at
Ray
you.
seems like a kind of common name.
I've had a few names, but the one I might have been known the best about was Rhae Delgard.
And your friend who's just about here to make a lot of money?
Just call me Finn.
Finn.
Yeah, we don't talk about the war part, right? Yeah.
Wait,
No,
did
I
you say
don't.
what part?
I How did you know my name? Yeah, I don't associate with those guys anymore.
You know, there was a Valerian here a few months back. Ordered a lot of ale. Didn't
I
pay.
bet he said the food sucks.
Yeah, basically it. I think it was down in Europe. But yeah, so
Yeah, we're distant cousins. I don't talk to him.
yeah, because isn't like Tibby running the Rose Company? You know, it's also just basically a big protection racket, isn't it?
Well, yeah. I mean, I guess. You know, I don't really talk to them, so like their business is kind of their thing. But I
Are you
mean,
are
if
you
you
actually
want a
telling
little
the
something, I could try and schmooze a little.
are you actually telling the truth, or are you just bluffing? And
He's telling the truth.
okay, you can also roll me a diplomacy check then.
Right. Don't associate with them.
Good.
Straight edge for me.
I'm making sure I get all the good rolls out first, and then we can talk. All right.
We need the good rolls for a later.
No. All right. Yeah, the best part about robbing a big mansion is probably planning, because you can't just walk in and expect them to hand over the gold and say bye bye. So yeah, I have some knowledge about the area. Eliza, the one who just served you the all toppings bread, has been there for some deliveries. Yeah, you need to get in somehow, preferably without the guards noticing that you're actually there to steal stuff. You need to open the vault, which has 2 doors, and then escape with a lot of coin that you probably won't be able to just carry in your hands. Yeah, so
But also get out.
any yeah, get out alive. Yeah, if you want the coin. Yeah, I mean, you can be rich and die immediately, but that's not really the point. So yeah, Rhae, as an expert at stealing stuff, any suggestions? Who would you start?
Well, you say that she's been over there for a couple of deliveries. What kind of deliveries were that?
Do you see what we're making here? It's mostly been beer, ale, mead.
I mean, I suppose as a local tavern owner, you could send over a couple of extra kegs and need a couple of strong arms that deliver it. That way, we could come in with the delivery.
Yeah, I can give you a card, but we have to make sure that it doesn't fall back on me, of course. Because if somehow they discover I'm also involved, then there's probably not much of this tavern left, and that's what we would like to prevent.
We could have some preparations and paint the barrel with a different logo of a rival tavern, if you'd like.
I'd like that.
But that does cut it into your fee because we're helping your business out, so that would take it down to 10%.
No, I don't think so. We're making this plan together. I can lend you the card, so if something goes wrong, I'm losing my card. I can provide you with the paint supplies. I can even provide you with a worker.
Wait, but the cart's made of wood. If we lose it, Rhae could just build you a new one.
Rhae lacks wood.
Yeah, I like wood crafting, but I would still need the wood to craft it together.
Yeah, but Rhae really, really likes wood.
I can make a really nice card.
She looks at you a bit distrustful, but let's go with okay. Sure, why not? Can you roll me a crafting check for how good your card altering skills are? So it doesn't really look like this card.
I could swear I had that check because I had it in the lore, but it's actually a +0. It's not trained. But this should be fine.
To crafting?
Yeah, I had crafting selected because the woodworking I did move it, I put in it to his backstory. So at some point I was like, yeah, I'll put 1 point into crafting.
I have more crafting than you.
Here we are. This is how much I like the wood.
All right. Well, for the purpose of successful heist, these would have been secret doors, but I just like to do them in the open. So I just note it down. Alright, do you need a hand with driving the cart, or can you just do it, the two of you?
Should probably have someone else drive the cart.
Yeah,
Because
I'm
send your
sure.
barmaid with us. She's familiar.
Yeah, she can. I mean, they come here now and then, but the soldiers from the mansion, but
Yeah, but they don't know us. So.
no, but they might know Eliza, but yeah, there's probably some explanation. She can put on a disguise.
Yeah, we could like sneak in or something. And we don't have to just walk in through the door. We could just
Yeah,
be stealthy too.
in that way, if it's a decent cart that is being pulled by some horses, we could just take a lift under the regular delivery and just stick ourselves underneath it. I could probably make a harness that would act good enough that could hold us.
Yeah. If you think that would work, I mean, then you wouldn't be strong hands helping with carrying the ale, but Eliza is strong enough that the ale can be carried. Let me call her over, and she calls over Eliza, who just warps through the door.
And she could distract some of the guards. I'm sure if she bats her eyes at some of the guards prettily, that they'll be happy to help carry some of the ale over.
Alright. Eliza, you've been at the mansion a few times. Can you describe the layout a bit? I need to go somewhere. Yeah. So yeah, the entry is at the north. There's a bit of a gatehouse with a few doors. Then we have to go through with the cart. And there's a big courtyard. And well, the basement, or usually when I have just a few barrels, I bring down to the kitchen, but I have been at the basement for some special deliveries, which is dark. But yeah, I'm not sure where they would put it. Either of those could get you in the building if needed.
Oh,
I'm
that
not
way it is.
sure how you would get out with the coin, but
Did they have any stables or anything on the ground?
yeah, there's a stable, but it's within the mansion itself. So you go through the gatehouse, then you have the courtyard, and then immediately turn to the right, and there's a stable. So it's within the walls. So it's not like you can.
It's not attached to the mansion.
It is attached to the mansion.
Is there a door from the stable into the mansion?
I'm not sure. Haven't been to the stables. Mostly they just have me park the carriage in the courtyard, and then have me carry it up the stairs because it's closer that way anyway. The basement is at the south side of the building, so they usually just have me drive the carriage on the courtyard. Or the kitchen is on the west side. So it doesn't make a lot of sense for the carriage to be stuck in the stables, but maybe you can find a way. Talk your way out of it.
Yeah, we might have to cause a distraction at some point.
If it comes to it, I suppose we could also just, if they have a bunch of guards, they must be sleeping on the premise, so we might look for
Yeah.
some guard clothing and try and convince them that we are also guards, at least from a distance, and well, do it that way, perhaps.
Yeah. I'm not sure if perception is the right one, but just roll me a perception. Because it's
Just
something that just straight up perception.
the both of
Something,
us are just done.
both of you. It's something you might have noticed earlier.
Am I
You can
blind?
have a +6.
It's above the initiative.
I found it, yeah.
Yeah.
It's because you're drunk. Ray can't
Oh,
see
yeah.
anything.
Finn, you recall a blacksmith sitting in the tavern as well, which might know some more about the equipment of the guards.
Okay, I will nudge Ray, and I'll go, you should go talk to that blacksmith, see if he knows anything.
I thought you were the talker, Finn, but
I am the talker. But I'm shy.
I'm very good at talking with people, but I hate talking with people.
I'm a smooth talker.
What would a
But how do-
blacksmith know about a mansion?
Well, he might make the armor for the guards. And their weapons and stuff. I don't know. What do blacksmiths make besides weapons and armor?
I don't know, I just work with wood. I don't work with metal.
Well,
Bond
the
over
guards
making
are
things with your +0 crafting.
the guards are actually heavily armored, so heavily they wear some plates. So
I mean, we could check in a moment and also bring a drink over, I guess, on the house. And looking back to entice him to give us give some information.
yeah, sure. Uh, just grab whatever, and but they might have seen you walk back here, so
Is he
you can always
familiar
try.
with your work too?
Well, he does work for me back here, but also, of course, for the Baron, because, well, it's a good paying job.
Okay, but who is he more loyal to? You or the Baron?
So whoever pays more, of course.
Well, what are you paying him?
I'm not sure. Why don't you ask don't you ask her?
Didn't he just ask you, how much are you paying him?
The blacksmith? Just the regular amount, but the Baron's also paying the regular amount, so.
So it evens out, and he might keep his mouth shut because it's even keel for now.
It really depends. I mean, probably the blacksmith pays her a little bit more, but because you might not like the methods the blacksmith is, or the Baron is getting his money. And she comes here every night for my ale, so even in the morning.
Well, at least we've established that she likes the ale then. So I'll just I'll grab 2 mugs of ale and I'll go walk outside and have a talk with her. Good morning. I have here Somil with the compliments of the house.
Oh, I didn't know the house gave compliments.
I've been here and you've been quite a regular customer, and well, regular customers should be rewarded. At least I think so.
Right? Oh, thank you. And she grabs the mug, pours it back. So it brings you to town.
Work. This is a bit of my passion. I enjoy crafting things of a wooden nature, and yeah, that's really been my passion, and I'm trying to bring that to town a little bit. But yeah, of course, we also have to do our regular jobs aside from that. But yeah, how about yourself?
Oh, also craft. I craft a lot of weapons, armor, tools, equipment for the brewery back here. Yeah, keeps me busy while I'm not drinking.
Weapons and armor. Ah, so you being from this town, you must also work for the Baron, partly at least.
Yeah, I come there sometimes. Usually they have their soldiers bring in the equipment to me, but I rarely go on site if really
Uh,
needed. Especially for the
yeah,
Baron's armor because he doesn't like to have it carried around and stuff. But
yeah, I could see that. That's yeah. So from one professional to another, how is that person as a customer? I heard he might be looking for some custom work later on, but I haven't heard that much about him yet. So I'm just looking for some information.
yeah, just been paying well, I guess. Uh, I mean, not everyone is really fan of his line of work, but yeah, whatever pays the bills, I guess.
Well, I mean,
Oh.
there's many of in the line of work he's in, but well, how do you feel about that? His particular line of work?
I'm checking if there's anything you can roll for me to smooth this talk. I'm guessing it's
Is
diplomacy again.
my whole +3 diplomacy.
Yeah, I like that you have someone who's like, oh, I can talk with people, and they send you out to talk
Yeah.
with.
Yep.
Uh, with a 16. Hmm. Well, you can see that they're just enjoying the coin and enjoying the ale, of course, that you just brought. And well, the blacksmith isn't uh, fond of the way the coin is together. So yeah, if there was another something that paid well, I might take it up on. I might take up on it, but yeah, for now it's just the Baron and of course the brewery. So it's in my best interest to have them both around. But if you're suggesting you need something, well, for a price, I can probably get you something.
Well, we're looking into possibly looking into the Baron and the way he does business. And I have to be honest, I'm not a total fan myself of the way he performs it. It's not very gentlemanlike. So we were
No.
thinking about, well, perhaps relieving him of some of the coin and distributing it amongst the more deserving people, the people who work hard for their coin. But it's not really something you can do by yourself. And we we might be looking for some help with that. And as you've worked with the guards before, well, maybe you would have access to some of their uniforms, perhaps, or weaponry.
Um, yeah, like asking quite a bit here. Are you just asking me if I got some spare equipment for you, or
Or
just
preferably something that would look exactly the same as the guards that the Baron has uses. And you would have the inside knowledge of what they exactly use and how well it's maintained, of course.
yeah, I don't have anything right now. But if some armor gets damaged or weapons get damaged, then well, they probably send to me to fix it. And well, it will take me for them a couple of days to fix it. But you can loan it in the meantime.
That sounds like a good idea. At least to have as a spare ID to if
I,
we happen to make some
I can check,
preparations for
but
that.
I have some spare weapons, but not really their outfits, unfortunately. I can describe how the outfits look, but it's yeah, the biggest part of their outfit is their helmet. Uh, yeah, but I haven't got one on me right now. I can,
Oh wow, well, that's a big
this is what
shiny helmet.
their helmet looks like. She describes it a bit. Yeah, it's a silver-like helmet with a bit of detailing. Uh, yeah, it's, it's nice work. I can give them that, but yeah, you can see why they just don't have it laying around at my shop, unfortunately. I think they have some in storage back in their basement. But yeah, they tend to keep it to themselves.
So there might be some in the basement. I've heard about this basement
Yeah,
before.
one thing, this is, uh, if I recall correctly, at the north basement. So where you come in, there's small stairs down. I've not been there down there, but I've seen people walking down there. The mansion is well not built by the Baron, but it's quite old, and it was just taken over by the Baron. So there might be some things even the Baron doesn't know about or barely knows about.
A very old building, you say? And might there be anyone who knows about its history of the building?
Well, you can ask Sean over there. Uh, he's been around quite some time.
Yes,
Or
he
you can
does.
just find an excuse to take a look yourself.
I suppose we can always come back for more information
Yeah.
if we have a peek first. And well, this is already very helpful. Thank you very much. I'll uh,
Okay.
I'll ask them to bring you over another cup of ale just for your troubles on the house, of course.
All right. In the meantime, what is Finn doing? Just standing around?
Probably having a really awkward conversation, trying to make small talk in the other room. But
Yeah.
eventually he will kind of come out. He's like, well, it's taking a long time.
Yeah, you can see Russia is also getting a bit confused that you've been introduced as the one who talks the most, and then you were discussing a plan, and you're like, "Well, nice
Yeah,
weather,
you go
right?"
do it, right? It's because milk is awkward.
How's the weather back here? It's fine.
Oh, so
How
you're a
can birds and
Bishkanya,
bees?
right? Like, what's your venom like?
Yeah. You want to swap venoms? No.
What's your zodiac sign?
Mine's really bad. Mine kill you immediately. My venom.
Oh, nice. Or not nice. Yeah, she tries to talk to you about the plan a bit.
Oh
But
heck, I left. I'm sorry.
do do you have any insights you want to share, or are you fishing for information, or what's your angle?
Oh boy, what is my angle? Because I don't know anything that Dawn
Left angle.
learned from the blacksmith. I think I want to tell her that my plan would be to like sneak in while someone else is like distracting. Cough, Ray is distracting people. And hopefully we can sneak around and grab what we gotta get, and then get it, and then leave immediately.
Yeah. You sure?
Like, just be completely unnoticed the whole time. Like, Finn
Yeah.
does not want to fight.
Yeah. Well, I do agree. Fighting might not be the best idea. I mean, they have a couple of dozen soldiers, not at the mansion right now, of course, but there are some still stationed. Uh, yeah, if it really comes down to a fight, if you would like to do a frontal assault, as a matter of saying, that would probably not fare well, especially if it's just you two. And, well, Eliza isn't really going to fight. So yeah, sneaking in does sound like a good plan. You just have to find a way to also sneak out, and of course, get whatever you need. I mean, when you're sneaking in, you don't have a lot of time to just investigate every room. You need to know where you're going, and be quick about it. And well, it's a few chests full of gold or silver or whatever they have hidden back there. So it might take you a couple of trips from where the vault is to your, well, however you're going to carry it out.
Yeah, but
I
we need
mean,
to find out where that is first. So we're going to have to get a layout of the mansion before we do anything else. But we could probably learn that by talking to people who go, like the guards and stuff, because they have to be
yeah,
in the mansion.
yeah, you do have a couple of days uh, before the soldiers come. So yeah, you do have some time to make a plan, to get a lay of the land, to talk to people who go inside the mansion regularly. I mean, this evening there will probably be some guards from there joining here, just to have some ale. But of course, you don't want them to know that something is about to happen, because then they will tighten security.
But if we pose as guards for a couple of days, we might be able to figure out the fastest route to get to the vault and then outside.
You want to sign up as guards at the mansion, you mean?
Yeah, like we could do that, right? Right, Ray? We could pretend to be guards.
Ray just comes walking
No,
back in. We can pretend to be
yeah,
guards. Wait,
yeah.
what?
No, we could. We could. I remember a heist I did before where we had to do that, but we had someone with some sort of kit that disguised you. But I don't really have something like that.
Yeah. There's not only guards, there's also like a hunter, librarian, maids, of course.
Oh, Ray could be a maid.
There's also Cook, but he's an orc, so that's not. Well, you can put him some makeup, but
Yeah, but we could sign up to just be someone who works at the mansion. You know?
yeah.
Yeah, but they might be wary of new personnel and just showing them around
Yeah, but that gives them an excuse to show us around, and then we can find out where the vault is, and then we can get the money and go.
Yeah. You can do that. Maybe the captain of the guard is here this evening, so maybe you can talk your way into it.
Yeah, Ray's gonna be a maid, and I'll figure out what I want to be.
I was more thinking of along the lines of a hunter, because I've got a bow, but I could also do a maid, I suppose.
If you're good with horses,
But
they
yeah,
have a
but if
stable
you're a
boy.
hunter, we gotta figure out jobs that would keep us in the mansion, so we could learn where the vault is. Because if
Oh,
we
the
have
hunter
jobs
also
outside of the mansion,
the hunter also takes care of the animals inside the mansion. Any mansion has chickens, they have horses, and they would have a bunch of kind of different animals.
running around inside the house.
At least around the house, it would give you an excuse to at least a patrol around.
Oh, you could see where stuff, where
Area.
places are less patrolled and everything. Good idea.
And if all else fails, from what I've heard from the blacksmith, they've got the guards have a very specific style of helmet. Now they usually don't keep those around, at least at the shop. She might have been open to borrowing one to us, but they don't have one right now. And we could damage one if they're in the ill here, and just blame it on a tavern brawl or something like that, and we could get our hands on some armor beforehand.
Blame it
Or
on a tavern brawl.
yeah, like stuff goes wrong all the time. People trip and stuff gets damaged and needs repaired.
You realize we're gonna have to be the ones that start that tavern brawl, right?
No, of course not. You bump into a couple of people, you blame someone else, and like, it's fine.
Yeah, but then they'll know our faces, and then it might be a problem.
Yeah.
Um,
Uh,
Like, why would they hire us immediately after getting to a fight with us?
they wouldn't know it was us that they got into a fight with. They will get into a fight with other regular patrons.
Eliza pipes up. Well, they do have dessert here. Yeah, somewhere in the cell in the basement. I'm not sure where exactly, but so they do tend to not allow shenanigans a lot. So I would advise against directly interfering with them. You can always try.
And
I mean,
otherwise, I was told there were some helmets in the northern basement that might be kept around. So if we got inside, we might be able to change costume, I guess. Also, the old guy that was sitting down there might, at least I was told, he might know some stuff, that he's been around, and that the mansion's also been around for quite some time, and that he might know some history about the mansion that even the Baron might not know about. Well, or we could patrol it ourselves and look for some special things.
yeah. Uh, well, if you're already known there, it might be hard to get in with a disguise, but you can certainly try. There's different angles you can go and tackle this. You can see how it goes if the guards show up tonight. In the meantime, yeah, if you have the, if you you still need some way to open the vault. There's two doors. I'm not familiar with all the details. We can probably ask around a little bit, or well, maybe check out the guards if they have something on them.
Vaults shouldn't be a problem. I'm quite familiar with vaults and their locks, and you'll take out a small set of thief tools and be like, yeah, I know how to open locks without the key.
Do you have a set of thieves' tools?
Yes, I do.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Yeah. And so you need to find a way to get into the vault, but you got it covered. You need to find a way to get out with all the gold, of course.
Getting out might be a problem, but if the stables are on the other side, it might be hard to steal some horses, so we might have to patrol the grounds to see if there's possibly a way where we can find a hole in the wall or something, all patchwork that isn't all up to code, and open that up to sneak it out.
Yeah, you can do a quick walk around. So sounds lovely. Yeah. Just for transparency, I think it would be best not to meet here, but in a different tavern a few villages up ahead. Just in case you're being followed or tracked or whatever. We can meet at the Rampant Ram. That's just a couple villages away from here. When
Oh,
it's all done, of course.
I think some of my family members were talking about that place before.
You have a big family, right? They've probably
Yeah.
been everywhere.
Yeah, there was like, like I got some like distant cousins. There was like one who's a pirate. He talked about that place one time.
Oh. Pirates this far inland, that's fine.
Yeah, I don't know. Remember I said I don't really associate much with them? They're kind of not bright.
None of the wards are, I think, as far as I know them. So.
No. Well, I mean, you said that Valerian guy is really rude too.
Yeah. He just came here, wanted a bunch of ale, moping around about some milk. Some family member always drinking milk instead of ale.
Yeah, that's a lot of us apparently. I mean, I even drink, but he still has his shaken milk in his hand. Like even I like milk, so Valerian's a little weird. We don't associate with him. Like none of us. Like one of us does.
Yeah. Hope they don't show up here anytime soon. We got enough trouble with the Glorious Silver Company already. We don't need the Rose Company here as well. Or what is the new company called? The Thorn Company? I can't keep up with it anymore.
Company of the Thorns.
Yeah.
They pay good though. I've done a couple of jobs for them.
Should get me a job there too.
Well, I would if you would actually talk more. You're supposed to be the one that talks, but apparently I'm doing all the talking.
I think he's just warming up. I'm not sure when he's warming up, but he's just warming up. Yeah, if there's nothing else you would like to discuss right now, you can just sit around, have some more hot topics bread.
Yeah, we should see if the guards come in tonight, and then see if we could at least scope them out.
Alright, I will go back to my station. I will stay here, think of more ways we can plan stuff. Yeah, I'll see you later.
Well, see ya. And I'm gonna walk through the door, unlike Eliza, who phases through the wall.
I guess we can sit amongst the crowd as well and see what the guards talk about and maybe mingle a bit.
I want to sit at the bar. So I can hear what the guards order if they come in.
Right, so some time passes. Luckily you're drinking some milk. What's Rhae drinking?
Some of the cheaper ale.
Is he still eating his bread?
Yeah, and it's kind of across the one part, so he's still trying to chew up.
There was also like a lot of toppings on it, so it might take like a while to eat.
Rhae, you can roll me a fortitude saving throw.
Fortitude saving.
You can hold down your ale, no problem.
He's in his 40s. His liver is used to it.
So, end of the afternoon, the door opens. I'm not sure. You see a typical hunter stepping in, greeting everyone. Ah, I'll have the usual. And mug of ale is plopped down. And yeah, is there anything you'd like to do? Just wait him out. Wait her out, actually.
I want to see what Eliza's pouring for her so I can see what her email is.
She's just pouring some ale from the tap. It's just, it's a fairly basic lighter ale. Just golden. It's not like a stout or anything. Just regular beer, basically. You see Sean, who's getting fairly drunk already. Ah, having some more ale, aren't you? And the hunter quickly moves away. Ah, no one ever wants to talk to me. And he just goes back moping.
Oh, well, come on, Sean. Don't be so sad about that. They'll talk to you if you want.
Hi. It's spending my all days drinking here. What brings you to town?
You know, life, things happen, and then we need to do the things to make the daily life happen, to pay for our daily drinks, of course. How about yourself?
Yeah. I ran a plantation here a long time ago. Sold it for quite some coin, so now I can just sit here comfortably, drinking away all my money.
Oh, plantation, you say? What kind of plantation?
And oranges, mostly.
Yeah, oranges. Anything I might have heard of? Is there any specific brand of it, or any location that might ring familiar?
Roll me a, let's say, society check.
Society. Like society or underworld society?
Just society, not underworld, unfortunately for you. Well, yeah, it's just plain oranges, ship them out in crates. Nothing.
Everyone needs to eat their fruit, I suppose. Needs to get their vitamins in.
Yeah. Parrots seem to be fond of the oranges. take on long journey, or piraters. Don't tell anyone I said pirates. People on ships. Yeah.
So this plantation of yours, where did it used to be?
Just south of the mansion. Yeah.
South of the mansion. Well, then, which mansion would that be?
Well, the mansion, of course, the one from the Baron. You know the mansion. If you've been to this town, you
Oh,
know the
that
mansion.
mansion. Yes,
Yeah.
of course I know. But then, if you've been around for quite some time, you said, with your plantation, what came first, the plantation or the mansion?
And the mansion was there, well, I'd say before the plantation, but I inherited the plantation from my father, who inherited it from his father. I think it was built before his father, or during. Not exactly sure, but it's been around quite some generations already. Been passed down already. First there was some lord who just, well, thought he had money, but, well, the mansion cost a lot of money, so he lost it all, and the mansion was empty for, well, I think a few decades, and then the Baron came along with his glorious silver company. We just, well, fixed it up a little bit.
Not really a fan of the company, are you?
Well, it's just a preposterous name. Glorious Silver Company. It's like naming your tavern the best tavern.
Well, if you're actually the best tavern, I mean, I know, I guess you could name it that, but yeah, it is kind of assumption.
I mean, I like the name of this tavern. It's just the Bold Brewers. I mean, well, it is a bold name, but that's the whole point of it.
Oh yeah, and some of their ales are quite bold.
Yeah, have you tried their stouts? They're delightful.
I had one earlier. That was actually quite bold.
Yeah.
That's interesting. If you're the plantation, so it was empty for some while, and you've dealt with well, we're not going to name the pirates, but I imagine that you might know a thing or two about the mansion. Then could I'm just fond of local history, so like I'd always like to know certain facts and just learn. A student of history, aren't we all?
Rhae and Finn, can you both roll me a perception check?
Man, I'm really looking at stuff today.
Oh. Yeah, with all this talk about the mansion, Rhae, you see it a bit with a 20. You see some glances, but but Finn, you really see that the hunter who's sitting at the table is really trying to listen into the conversation and trying to know what's going on.
Can I scoot to the table next to the hunter and, like, talk to her?
Yeah.
Okay, I want to lean on that chair and go, hey, you really don't want to talk to that guy over there, huh?
Yeah, I'm just here for my ale, but yeah, he's always here, drunk, trying to hit it off with me. Yeah.
Yeah, he said that you never talked to him.
Yeah. Why should I? I'm just here for the ale, not for the What are you doing here anyway?
Well, I'm just, here to get some drinks and see. I mean, like he has his shaken in his hand, and just talk to people, hang out. My friend came here, so I followed him.
Your friend that's talking to Sean right now, right?
His name is Sean.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's my friend. He's really sociable.
Yeah. I wouldn't trust anything that old fool says.
Yeah, he talks pretty loud. Says he like owned the plantation. You know anything about that?
Well, there's a plantation south of where I work, so. Well, yeah. Still has oranges. I mean, they're happy to sell you some if you're really into orange shaken milk.
Nah, I got a cousin who's really into it. It's not really my thing, you know.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. If you don't mind, I will just sit here and enjoy my ale. And,
You mind if I join you?
you can roll me a diplomacy check.
Okay. He's giving her a really nice smile too, as they're leaving.
Oh. Let me check if you have anything that could help.
Yeah, he's trying to look
Flirting,
really.
do it.
Yeah, yeah. Nick, get ready. I'm gonna flirt with you.
No, just roll me a straight up diplomacy.
No advantage because I'm being charming.
Yeah, but it cancels out because she's also mistrusting.
Dang it!
If you must, you can sit here if you just shut up.
It's like that's Milk's specialty. It's
That's
making
like
other
Val's
people talk.
specialty.
Yeah. Alright. Finn's gonna sit down in the chair though. Just kind of like lean back in it.
Yeah.
Gently shaking
Meanwhile, Ray, do you react to the glances and the distraction, or what are you doing in the
No,
meantime?
just try to keep some certain keywords a bit lower in volume, and then try to keep extracting some information from Sean over here.
Yeah, you do know that he's becomes hard of hearing because he's old. Sometimes he will let something slip. I don't want to just roll diplomacy all night, but can you roll me a deception maybe to like use different words?
Actually, my deception's actually worse.
Yeah, you're probably using different words to mention the mention and hope that Sean picks up. Yeah, with a straight up 12 and a bit of drinks. Yeah, you sometimes mention, yeah. While Sean tells the rest, yeah, it's really old. I think there's just one big building. There's no like outbuildings. Yeah, there's a hunter's cabin somewhere far away, but that's not really of a concern. There's anything specific you want to know? It's like all big wall. It's well, not a fortress, but it could be. There's stables. Oh, I've been at dinner once there. Well, once, maybe a few times. It was nice. It's a big table.
Yeah.
There's even a well, you can call it a well display of armor stands. I think they held dances there before, when it was still inhabited by well, not someone who calls himself Baron, but someone who acted like Baron instead of well acting the way they do currently. Upstairs there's like the master bedroom, the library. Oh, you should see the trophy room. There's quite some nice bear heads and stuff like that. You can get lost there, but yeah, it's nice. There's also an old basement that they don't really use a lot of. I mean, back in my day, yeah, I think they use it for storage. I heard there might be a cell back there. Yeah, I haven't personally been down there, but I've heard the mates up there. Oh, now I need to go to the basement and get some water, and oh, now I need to go to the other basement to get some beer. And, well, and they have some at the kitchen and at some pantries near the kitchen, of course, but they need to go up and down sometimes. There's quite some entrances. The main entry is at the north side, but of course I, as a VIP, went in. You can see his confidence is growing the more he talks about it. As a VIP, I can easily go through the east entrance, but yeah, that's only if you're a VIP, of course. There's also some exit at the south that open up to the garden. Yeah, you should really check it out. It's beautiful. It needs some work done. There's some uh, windows broken and stuff, but yeah, nothing they can't fix. I mean, they're doing quite some work on collecting money to fix it. Not sure if any of the money actually goes to fixing it, but yeah, it has seen some improvements.
Yes, at some point they need to invest back into the property. But is there anything that changed over the years that you might have noticed well, like you said, the southern there's a southern exit in the to the gardens. Is that just a regular like exit, or is that because like due to poor maintenance or something because they haven't kept up with it?
No, it's just a regular exit into the nice gardens. Well, they used to have nice gardens. Now it's just mostly just plain and yeah, hunting grounds. But yeah, I think if they paid some attention to it, it could be a very nice garden again someday. I mean, not as good as the plantation, of course, but you know. And as you are talking, you can see uh, the door opened again. You can see some guards entering. With a young girl. Uh, and they will just go sit at some table. Ah, and there's the mansion guards. See, the night there's a bit less guards, or they're just drinking out here, but not everyone's there. Don't know what they are doing during the day, but right now they are not here, not there.
Oh, so that's them. Yeah, I heard something about their appearance being very specific to the mansion.
And you can see that the maid is being sent to the bar to fetch a few stouts. You can hear a shy voice. A few stouts, please. And Eliza hands him over, and she goes back and hands the stouts to the guards, or soldiers, or however you want to call them.
Did she get a drink too?
Nope. She did not. She's just sitting there awkwardly. And the older guard is mostly bossing her around, and the younger guard is, well, a bit more friendly towards her. He actually says thank you for the drink and stuff like that, and the old guard scorns him for that. Oh, it, she's just a maid. You don't have to thank her. She just does her job. I don't thank you every time you open the door for the Baron.
Okay, Farron.
Well, so mean. Be nice to the maid. I want to make a comment like under my breath, so that only the hunter chick can hear me, about how it's rude that like the way he's talking to that girl.
Yeah, that is, but yeah, that's what happened, unfortunately, for her. I mean, yeah, she could have just gone and worked here. I'm sure Russia doesn't boss around Eliza.
Well, yeah, but he could afford to be a little nicer, don't you think?
Or should he? He has all the power. He's the captain of the guard.
Yeah, but that's no excuse to be mean to other people.
Listen, he's also mean to me, so.
What's he say to you?
Well, he wants me to help out with protecting and stuff, but I'm just a hunter. I mean, I got a bow and arrow, but that doesn't mean I need to stand watch.
So he's mean because you're doing your job and not his job?
Well, he wants me to make his job easier. He's just protective. But what did I say about not talking to me?
Well, I mean, like, in my defense, I just made a comment and you commented back on it. So you were talking to me.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's the ale you just gave me talking. And you see that you're ill, or you don't have ale. That your shaken milk is gone and she's secretly drinking your shaken milk.
My shaken milk! But he will smile and he go, it's good, isn't it?
Well, roll me a straight d20.
We're pulling a Val here.
Yep.
Aw, yes!
This is the best.
Farron's memory lives on.
Yeah.
I've never tried it, but I saw you. So you're enjoying it so much.
That'll be 2 gold for the copyright infringement.
And you can see she's taking big gulps and getting like a milk mustache from the shaken milk.
Oh, I thought I had a straw. Guess I didn't.
Oh, you had a straw, but she doesn't use a straw.
She isn't using it.
She doesn't want to suck.
Whoa. What are you trying to say, buddy?
But if you
I'm
feel so
gonna-
bad for her, maybe you can take her job instead. I mean,
Well, no, I'm gonna turn back to Eliza and go, hey, 2 more of those, please. Like, motioning to the shaken milk.
sure thing. What flavor this time?
Oh boy, what flavor do? Yeah, let's go with the orange.
The orange. Oh,
Like loud
spicy.
enough for the other dudes to hear. I forget
Alright.
his name. Top hat guy.
Sean. Yeah, sure. She raises the glass, and you see the guard captain calls over the hunter. Oh, don't go sit there on your own. Come sit with us. And she's a bit unhappy, but she goes sit there anyway, next to the kitchen. You hear the guard captain loudly complaining about the food. At least at the mansion we get some mac ribs.
Do I get my shaken milks?
Yeah, you do get them. Oh, you
I-
get one, and the hunter takes the other.
Well, I was gonna bring hers over to her.
Yeah, but you already got it, and then she was called over.
Dang
Or you
it.
want to? But you can bring one over later.
Okay. I'll do that. You know what? Can I actually ask for a third one?
Ask for?
Another one?
Yeah, sure. Another orange?
Yeah.
Sure. Here you go.
Oh, sweet. Okay,
I'll put
and
this on your tab with a small wink.
okay. And I'll be like, thanks. But and like he'll like lean in like really really close and go, that tab doesn't exist, just so we're clear, right? Like he's like whispering that to her.
You need to discuss it with Razra, but it will be fine. You're making a
It's okay.
shitload of money anyway.
I'll make sure that Rhae pays it for me.
That's also fine.
And then I'm gonna take my shaken milk and I'm gonna go over here.
Yeah. You see the guard captain loudly, well, telling some wild stories, and then that's what she said. Oh, what do you want?
He's gonna reach over and put the glass in front of the maid.
He looks a bit confused, but you want by her drink? Why don't? Sure. Ladies get all the drinks, of course.
Well, you
No.
can't come to a bar and not get a drink. Come on.
Yeah. You see, the maid's eyes are thankful, but she doesn't say anything in fear of the guards. You see, you also see the other guard that's sitting across from the captain, well, looking thankful. Also looking in the direction of the maid. You can roll me a perception. You have a small inkling that the maid and the top guard have something in secret. They have some understanding between each other, but they are afraid to talk about it. He does seem a little bit jealous that another guy is buying her a drink, but he doesn't say anything about it. He's just happy she gets a drink, or at least it appears so outwardly. But you can also see a bit when you look at her, a bit of a glance from him. Why?
He's intimidated because I'm really handsome. I'm gonna actually pull up one of the chairs from the table, one of the tables behind me, and sit down as well.
State your business. Looking for work? Trouble? I mean,
Just looking to have a conversation. I was all by myself over there. I don't want to be by myself. I was having a nice talk with my friend. And he like motions to the hunter.
her making a friend. You're funny.
Well, I mean, we were friendly enough for me to have a drink, and also, you know, she stole my drink, drank my backwash, so I'd say we're a little close.
If she stole something from you, you must have deserved it.
Yeah, probably. But we were talking, and we were having a great time.
I'm sure you did. Now, as you can see, this is the big boys table. You don't seem like a very big boy.
What makes you say that?
Can you roll me an intimidation? Oh? With a 25. Well, you can see he's grasping at something here that he just doesn't really want you here, but he's making up excuses. Well, this is employees only, yeah? I'm sure you understand.
Employees only? For
Yeah.
what?
Well, you know we work for the Baron, right? I mean, the Baron doesn't really want us mingling with the small folk. I mean, it's already worse enough that I had to bring her, but at least she can fetch us drinks.
Wait, he made you bring
Uh,
someone else?
Well, yeah. Uh, my guy here, well, I really want to bring her over, so yeah, sure. He made a compelling argument that she can fetch the drinks for us instead of us having to walk through the bar. By the way, why don't you get us some more stouts? And she scurries off very quickly. Get some more stouts. But she's taking a bit of time to get back. She's not in a hurry.
Can I steal their seat?
Sure, if you want to.
Maybe I'll steal Finn's seat.
She come. You see everyone at the table looking very confused. Now listen.
Well,
Do you want the trouble here, or
I would have liked to when I walked over to marked the guard captain as my prey, which should not have any distinct mark on him, but it should give me some advantages to like circumstantial bonuses to deception and intimidation or stealth checks.
Okay, you can certainly do that.
And I would just want to come in with, well, I heard people talking about a job and the common folk. Well, it just happens to be that I'm looking for a job. I'm pretty handy with a bow, and I can make a pretty good McRib. Mm.
Okay. Can you roll me a deception? I'm fairly
actually
sure
the
you
truth.
don't know how to make a McRib.
Maybe not a McRib, but I am handy with a bow.
Yeah,
But
you can roll
okay,
your deception with the bonus you get from.
Yeah, it's +2 circumstance. Well, not too bad.
Our chef already makes the best McRibs, but you should meet him.
Yeah,
He's a good.
The chef is usually all stuck in the kitchen, you know. You need to have people who get the raw materials and that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
You told us we should meet the chef, but how can you meet the chef if you don't have, if you don't have an invite to the mansion?
Oh, you can join the Glorious Silver Company, of course. I mean, there's a feast every month. Good pay.
That sounds brilliant. How much does it pay? And what will we need to do?
Well, it starts at low, of course. I mean, it's about 25, I think, for just you each month. 25 gold. I mean, it's not hard work. I mean, we can get you accepted in the rest of the companies here. Should be just a few days.
I'm definitely looking for a job, so yeah, why not? It sounds like a good idea.
We can also use more for, yeah, our line of work. I mean, there's always room to expand. I'll talk to Brasmer about it when I get back. See if we need more people. Probably do, but he probably wants to check you out as well.
If I understood correctly, with a mansion that large and a state like that, you're always gonna need more people. Like the boss is probably always looking to expand.
Yeah, we need some people to, well, not at the mansion, but So you just send ahead, and meanwhile the maid comes and awkwardly places the 2 stouts in front of the guards. And she just scoots over and sits on this table by herself. You know what? Just come to the mansion tomorrow around noon. We'll have a chat. I don't like to do business with some, well, drinks. Sound good for you?
Sounds good, although I do always mix business with pleasure, so I would say there would always need to be a drink involved, but I can
Yeah,
come and visit the mansion, and we can discuss pay and job.
sure. How about the young boy? I'm actually not sure if Finn is a young boy, but because I don't have an actual picture, I would just imagine a young boy.
Yeah, he's probably, I don't know, like mid-20s.
Yeah, young boy for him.
Yeah, I
But
can
yeah,
bring the boy along.
yeah, I'll come too. You know, I'm looking for a little work too. I'm new to town, so.
Yeah, just bring whatever you got, and we can see if we can find some work for you. Now, just leave us to it, okay? We'll see you
Shall
tomorrow.
I have a stealthy little glance to see if there's anything obvious on the main guard's person, like a key ring or anything like that?
You can roll me perception with a +2 circumstantial bonus. Or do you already got the bonus right now?
I don't think I have it added yet.
It's circumstantial, so it can you can only pick one, I guess. Yeah, you do see. You see. Oh, there's the.
Still 18.
Oh, yeah. With an 18, yeah, you see. He's got a nice shining weapon at his waist. Big longsword. You also see a ring where you would expect like a key ring to be attached, so it's fairly stuck. He doesn't have the key ring on him now, but you can see that well, with the scuffs on his armor, that there's usually something there. You would imagine he doesn't carry the keys into the tavern just for safety reasons. But you can see there should be something there. So you would expect if you see him tomorrow within the mansion that the key should be there.
Oh, okay. I guess I'll leave you to the drinking for now then, and I'll head over back to the other table. I'll leave you to it.
All right. See you tomorrow. And while you're walking away, is Finn also walking away?
Yeah, but he's gonna drop the maid's shaken milk off at her first.
Okay.
And then I'll join them.
Can you roll me another perception check? You do hear some remark, but you don't hear exactly what's being said. You hear, you young boy, but you don't hear the exact words with a 14 and 17.
Might need +2 circumstantial if it's the main guy talking anyway.
It's the main guard talking, but unfortunately with a 19, you're still young boy tomorrow. He's like laughing it off. Well, you don't know exactly what will happen, but Yeah, doesn't it look like you're being taken very seriously? It's just like, well, we'll see tomorrow, and there'll probably be nothing. All right.
Just you wait. I'm gonna impress this guy tomorrow.
Yeah. With that, well, no more people enter the tavern. At some certain point, all four of them leave together. They don't leave through the wall, but
They're ghosts.
I'm just too. It's just too cumbersome.
Eliza is their best friend, and she taught them how to phase through walls.
Yeah. Right. I'll quickly prepare something here. Oh no, I'm dragging a character, but yeah, you are offered to stay the night. You don't see any beds right here, but well, there's just a storeroom, and you can put out something there, and that's fine.
Oh, we could sleep on the ground. Did you hear that?
Yeah, I have a bad rule.
I do too. I remember doing one.
Oh yeah. Is there a sink over here somewhere as well? Because I have some soap.
Yeah, you can use the one in the kitchen. That's fine. So yeah, you both have a long rest.
They also phase through the wall.
Yeah. Don't worry about it. They're not ghosts. Yeah, next day rolls around. Before you know it, it's already noon, or almost noon.
Did we get breakfast?
Yeah, there's just some bread. Not all toppings this time, just bread with peanut cheese.
Yeah, I guess that works.
Yeah, all topping bread might
So,
be a little bit heavy this early.
Yeah. You can see Eliza is just sweeping the tavern part of the brewing. Making sure everything is tidy for Sean to come and visit.
I'm gonna sit right here. I forgot Foundry doesn't let me phase through walls. like the DM is allowed to do.
Yeah. Just making sure.
I move to collide with at least one wall.
Yeah. So next day, next.
The Brasmas.
Brasmer's Mansion, making sure that it shows up correctly, but it does. Oh, you do see a horse apparently through the window. Yeah, you can see the captain of the guards already standing outside. Ah, I was already expecting you.
Oh, hey, Rhae isn't drunk anymore.
No, he isn't. Well, not yet. Yeah, sure. If you want, we can talk some stuff over. I'm just beating you here because, well, if you do just show up at the door, the guards will probably stop you. So.
Yeah, I understand. Does he have the key ring on him now?
He does have a keyring. There's Rusty old key, and there's a big key. And yeah, rusty old key, big key, and well, another rusty key.
Is the gate open?
He just opens the gates for you now.
Okay, I want to go here and comment. Like, wow, that's impressive.
Oh, it's just, yeah, it is a mansion. Yeah.
Well, you walked in without him.
You see the guards there. Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Is the guy on the right the one from last night?
Let's say he is. There's multiple guards with the same portrait here, but let's say he's just the same guy.
Okay, I'm gonna wave at him. Be like, "Sup, dude?"
He just looks at you and does a small nod. Hey, sup?
Sup, dude?
Yeah, saw, dude. It's like a familiar face.
Yeah, we can speak in one of the offices. That should be fine.
Wow, this place is devoid of any furniture.
This is the courtyard. Of course, there's no furniture here.
Not even a bench.
Nah, we put it up when we need it. If you would follow me into this room, please. So. Alright. So, yeah. You're looking for a job. What would you say your skills are?
Oh, clearly I know my way around a bow, so I know how to hunt prey, and well, sometimes I dabble a bit in medicine as well, because of course, well, sometimes those buggers bite, so you have to take care of the wounds. So I could also take care of the wounds of someone else.
Alright.
Could always
I'll
call me
set you
doctor.
up. Doctor? No. You don't look like a doctor to me. Uh, yeah. We can send you on a trial run with the hunter. I mean, she and her dog will probably love seeing you. And how about you? Finn it was, right?
Yeah, Finn. I'm really good at. Well, I can like look at stuff. I'm really good at keeping an eye out for like danger and stuff. And I am, really nimble. So might be good at like
Nimble.
keeping watch and stuff.
For keeping watch, you just need to be strong, right? You don't need to be nimble.
No, yeah, but if anything comes at us, like I got this.
Do you?
Show him the muscles.
Yeah, I'm gonna show off my arms.
Just roll me a straight strength check. Can you still do that?
There's
Straight one.
athletics. There's
I think I had
acrobatics.
a
Yeah, you
game.
can do athletics for me.
Oh, good lord. Okay, we're gonna try that now. Oh, sweet. It's a lot higher than I thought it was gonna be.
With a 17, he doesn't seem too impressed. He's like, yeah, that's the minimum. So, yeah, we can have you stand out watch somewhere. I mean,
Hey, I don't mind doing like grunt work and stuff too. I'm really pleasant to work with.
yeah, I'm sure you are. Do you like to travel?
Like traveling? Like how far traveling?
Just uh, walking to places? Just
Oh yeah, I could do that. That's no problem.
Just a few villages nearby that need some tending to from time to time.
Yeah, I could do that. That's
Alright.
easy.
Yeah. Well, I'll make sure you can start in a few days. I don't think we have, or we do have some spare equipment lying around.
Yeah, and like, you know, it'd be nice to kind of familiarize ourselves with what this place looks like if we're going to be working here.
Yeah. Can you both roll me a deception check? Where are your bad rolls from 2 weeks ago?
But I am desperate. I
I
want
like
this
these
job.
ones.
With a
But
24, you see like he's testing you out, right? If you are actually going for this job, and he's like, oh well, that Finn guy could probably set him on watch somewhere outside.
Remember, Finn's also intimidating. I intimidated this guy. So,
With a 17, well, uh, you need to gain his trust a little bit more. You see, he's like, well, maybe this Rhae dude is fine, but if he's with the hunter, what harm could it be? And for Finn, yeah, if you feel like you are starting to build a rapport with this guy, so he's not immediately giving you access to everything sensitive here, but he's willing to give you a chance to just do some grunt work. And in a few days, maybe, or a few weeks, maybe, get a promotion, and well, like all the other guards around here, those are usually the most loyal and well, the ones deserving of the most comfort. They can just stand around and pretty much just be pretty, while the other ones need to actually work for their money. Um, yeah, you can show up in a couple of days when the rest of the company's in, and well, uh, you can have a tour with them to one of their jobs. I can show you
we'll
around.
get
You
like
can,
a sneak peek. You know?
yeah, I can give you a quick tour of the mansion, but it's not like any of you will be staying here a lot.
it's
But
kind of,
I did mention the ribs. I should really show you the ribs.
oh yeah.
Come with me. And he scoots out the door again. Oh, forgot to close this door. So you see a staircase leading up and down again.
Oops.
It,
It gets me through the wall, and then
let me see where you are. You're now upstairs.
No, we're stuck.
yeah, it said you can't go through there because there's a wall.
Ah, I thought I did fix that, but
Very subtly trying
We
to
got
have a
distracted. Whoops.
peek as well by the doors to see they're open.
the doors are not locked here. Can you do me a quick perception check? Yeah, you do hear someone in this room, but at the sound of it, it's just cleaning, just moving furniture around. You hear a broom.
While he's like checking the door, can I like talk to the guy
Yeah.
to like distract him?
Distracting is like deception, right?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask him stuff like how long he's worked here and everything.
I think there was there's an extra action with create a deception, but I'm not sure.
Dang it!
You have the. There should be an action for it.
Yeah, just
Yeah, it's called like cause a distraction or something.
the search doesn't work for me.
It can't. It doesn't filter for me for some reason.
Yeah, for me as well.
Create a diversion? Is that what we're talking about?
Yes, I think so. Yeah, it's deception, so that's fine. Just want to
And
double check.
I did roll one, and I rolled it. I got 8.
Yeah. Yeah, with an 8, you can see he's entertaining you, but he's also to Rhae. Oh, come on! It's not far for the, to the kitchen. And now you're up at some balcony. Or there's a balcony above here. You don't have to go up the stairs. But you can see
Don't
there's
get stuck again.
That should work, but yeah, there's a balcony. You can see you're walking around the courtyard. And already you're smelling the European McRibs here. So, there's an open pantry here. You see one of the maids, a different one from yesterday, who was just well, getting some
Twin
stuff.
sister.
Twin sister?
Are they identical? I'm gonna wave at her.
She just looks confused when you see you with the captain of the guard. She's like, okay, that's fine. Yeah, just take a seat right here. I'll call Zarfu, see if he got some ribs. Zarfu! Got some ribs? Almost, boss. Just a few minutes. Alright. And he will just spend a few minutes waiting here. What do you do while you're waiting? Are you just sitting at a table?
I think I'll walk around the room a little bit and have a sneak peek at the door.
Yeah, this door can just be opened. It's all open to the courtyard, so.
And then I'm just trying to correlate it with what we've heard so far. So we heard that there was a I don't know, a basement to the north and a basement to the south.
Yeah, at the north you saw a staircase leading down in the guardhouse. So you passed the two guards, then you for you on the left, but it's on the east side. You saw a staircase leading down. You also saw a staircase leading down at the staircase you went up on. So if you walk around, you can actually go down. And you haven't seen a staircase in the south yet. You see a staircase leading up here as well. And when you look through the corridor, well, it's open and you can see the horse and the stable. You can see a stable boy walking around there. Who's just making sure everything is nice and clean. All right, I've got some ribs here for you. You will really like them.
Let's try them
If
out
you're
and see
here
that.
for the feast in a few days, should be very good. You can already see him munching on one of those ribs already.
Let's see, do I actually like them?
D20. Do it.
Oh, they are good.
Well, yeah, it is basically roasted ribs. They are left open in the air for a few weeks, and then brought in a stew with potatoes, and finally at the end they are roasted. So they're usually just well, small appetizer. Oh, you're doing it all. Finn, you do not like this.
No, I'm like a vegetarian or something.
Yeah, you like the milk, and this is just way too greasy, meaty. This goes very well with the ale. You know that, but you don't drink the ale, so I should have this
Yeah.
with one of the stouts. I'm sure we have some back in storage. And he calls the maid. Two stouts. And he walks back. Oh wait, three stouts he ordered.
I was trying to pay attention to where she heads to get it and see that.
Yeah, you can see her walking into a small room in the opposite side where you saw some barrels. We're almost out, sir. Shall I place an order? Yeah, place an order with the brewery. Alright, off you go. She goes up.
While we were waiting for the ribs, can I have like peeked out the window to see like like what's going on outside, like on the left hand side?
Yeah. You can see there's like a few dozen feet. Well, a few hundred feet is. No, I'm very bad with feet. Not the other feet. Let's say 50 meters. It's
You can use meters.
like open, and then all kind of trees pop up. This is a bit of a wooded area.
He's gonna make a comment like, "Oh, that's a nice view." Like, don't you think?
Um, yeah, I guess the garden must have been lovely ages ago, but yeah, it's unkept now, and we don't have the personnel to take care of it. And frankly, Brasmer doesn't really care about it. Neither do I.
But do you care about the nice view?
Yeah, I mean, it's nice to have some trees around.
I mean, if I get hired and go out hunting, I could also take care of the plant life just in my spare time, I suppose. Let's make for a better view. Make it better for everyone.
Yeah. If you have some free time, then sure. Yeah. Do you like the ribs? Good, right?
Yeah, the ribs are pretty good. Almost as good as mine is when I make them.
no, Zarfu makes the best ribs. He has been brought over from Europe by Brasmer specifically for his ribs, so I think he gets paid more than I do. Mm.
Oh, it sounds familiar. That might actually be the town that my mum comes from. So might just be a secret family recipe that got around town.
Your mom is from Europe?
Yeah.
Is she really?
Sorry, what was that? That was very.
Is she really? Or are you just bluffing?
No, I'm just bluffing.
Okay, you can roll me another deception.
I do. I keep going.
Isn't Iraq a pretty new city too?
Yeah, it's pretty new. Well, he does see through your lie, but he believes it's just because you are trying to impress him. Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
He doesn't really care anymore about
I'm just brown nosing.
any tall stories. Yeah. Well, the hunters on our way today, hunting, of course.
I could just to familiarize myself with the ground and seeing the plants. I could familiarize myself with the surroundings and have a look around around the mansion. Maybe see the
Uh,
yard.
yeah, I think it's best if you just do that when she's around, and she can keep you from any area that you're not supposed to be in.
Are there any areas we're not supposed to be in?
Well, you're in a big mansion. Of course, there's areas you're not supposed to be in. I
Well,
mean,
yeah, of course, but specifically, if I were to, for instance, look for a toilet at some point, I wouldn't want to walk into like the Lord's room. So, is there anything specific we should avoid?
well, just listen to the instructions. I mean, ground floor is pretty much okay. Basement, well, only if you really need to be there. And second floor, well, probably not unless you're invited by Presmer himself. You can check out the stables if you want. I can just have a big tour, but yeah, I have some other duties to attend to. So, uh, if you don't mind, I can give you the scenic route out, and then
Sure, that should suffice.
I mean you can see what if you're such a fan of the plant life, you can check out the garden for yourself.
Oh, yes, yes, of course.
We'll just go through the main dining hall here. Oh well, main dining hall. This is where I usually have my dinner with some of them. You see another guard standing here. So this is the garden.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can take a walk on the left or on the right. Either is fine.
Hunter runs away.
She's not supposed to be here right now.
Yeah, so just going around and then also checking
Yeah,
for what was told earlier about there will be a southern exit.
yeah. You can see the door you just went through is one of the exits, and you can see another one with the guard standing here.
And then would there be a wall like to the south of here, stopping anyone from exiting the estate, or is this just open ground?
It's just open ground. You can see the remains of a garden. You can see pathways and stuff like that. It's fairly open here. Uh, yeah, because it used to be a garden, so there's a few trees, but they're specifically
Yeah.
planted in rows, a bit unkept.
Can I like idly peek in the windows, like just kind of look like I'm curious as I walk by these windows?
Yeah, you can.
Like I'll walk along the wall and just make it look like I'm like, oh, this is a nice place, like observing it.
Yeah. You can see a big room with all the armor stands. Well, this is probably the room that you heard about that was used for big dancers. You can see stairways leading up to the balcony. There's a big balcony where the Baron or previous Lord would have had some speeches. There's probably big events held here that are inside, so bigger feasts can be held here instead of the smaller room. Can you both roll me perception checks to see if you notice anything unusual? Because I think that's what you're looking for.
Anything special?
And also little places to get out.
No. You see some windows. Well, you see a lot of windows. Ha 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 ha.
Do we see any of the broken windows?
Yes, I will mark them now. If I find out how to mark them, yeah. You see one of the windows here is broken. Oh, it's drawing us something else. Wait a minute. This one is broken. You can probably climb through. You can see this is just a small sofa. Just a small sitting room, basically. Right here you see, well, one of the maids is sweeping the room that you heard before. Windows here are all nice. This is the office you just went into. Here's another door, which is like a side entry.
Is there a guard at this door?
Oh,
You
yeah,
don't
that one.
see a guard, but I think Ray just checked it out and he heard a guard inside.
Complete ding dong ditch.
You see this window is smashed, a bit boarded up, and when you look inside, you can see this entire room is well, old and decrepit, unused. By the way, Milk, what you also saw with the 22. Checking if I marked it correctly. With the square, I will just drag you to it. Sure, yeah. You saw kind of drain leading into the ground here, which is oh, you see like a rainwater collection goes down into the basement from here. You can see a small grate. It's well, big enough to put your hands through, but not big enough that you can fit through yourself. And you see the water, well, when it has rained, it would pour down. You can also smell the basement from this grate. You can smell the humid basement with some water. Dawn is pinging.
I'm gonna make note of that area.
Yeah, I will keep the markers on this, so it should be fine for you. Oop. That brings you back to the front
Then we
area.
have the stable again over there.
Yeah, you can see the stable doesn't have windows. It's just open. Well, you don't jump into the window.
It actually jumped in.
Yeah, you can see this
You
is
really wanted to
open.
see the horse.
It's barred, but it's not windows, so there's some fresh air going into this. You can see a stable boy walking around here, who's looking rather curiously at you, too.
I'm gonna wave at
Sir?
him.
You can see him walking away.
Like, go away.
He looks concerned. Ah.
Let's see other side. Okay, so with the stories that we've been told, it would make sense that oh wait, they had the vault. Did they say if the vault was in one of the basements or on the second floor?
It was in one of the basements.
Okay.
You would have picked up it was probably at the southern basement because, well, you can ask around a bit more about why, but
Yeah, that might not be a good idea to just ask.
just ask the guards here.
Where's the money vault?
Yeah.
While you're hanging out there, you can hear the stable boy talking with the guard captain. Yeah, they're just taking a look around, but they shouldn't be peering into the windows. It's I think, I mean, they can just visit the stable if they want.
I'm gonna avoid further suspicion by not just randomly walking around the mansion anymore. Rhae?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess I should as well.
I think you would take this as a call to maybe look elsewhere.
Yeah. I'm gonna be like, okay, you know what? We're being suspicious. We got around to the front. You know, maybe it's time we, you know,
I'm not sure how.
discuss plans.
Yeah, I'm not sure how fun it treats it for you, but do you see like the Fog of War explored, or do you
No,
see
it's
it
all
just black?
point of view.
No, thought it was for Fog of War.
It was earlier.
Yeah, for the brewery, you mean?
Yeah.
Not sure what's different here then. Yeah. For this, I use a module called level, so you can actually move up and down without having to change scenes. But that
Without going
probably,
upstairs for no reason and then getting stuck.
but that probably
Doing a
broke
whoopsie.
some things there. I can see if I can send you a screenshot of this somehow, without it being too obvious.
I mean, if we're waiting here, I suppose we can softly discuss it. Like, well, if the vault is in the southern basement, we could have the ill delivery around the same time that we would be here, and well, we could have the cart roll out the back and open the vault. Should be easy job.
Yeah, but we gotta find where the vault is.
It was we walked past it.
Did you?
No. We walked past the ballroom.
I thought we walked past the downstairs basement area, the southern one.
Yeah, but we could you could only fit your hands in. You can't really go through there, so we didn't see what was actually in that basement.
Yeah, but there was a
what
great.
you know about that area is that that's close to the stairs you went up. That on the other side you can also go down.
Oh, that's over here. Like where the area is marked.
Yeah. You can just move your character around a bit if you don't enter the building. If you're just visiting areas you've already been at.
Yeah, because we've
So
been here on the inside.
yeah, so here you see a staircase leading down into the basement, and you also see the
Yeah.
drain when Finn points it out with water.
I thought this was on the outside, but so this staircase goes down,
Yeah,
and that would be the logical point of where the vault would be.
yeah. So what you've heard about servants having to fetch water, they probably go down this basement to fetch water that was collected via that drain.
Okay, and then that would also be the southern one where the vault might be logically
This is the eastern
or
one.
decent. And did we walk? And we did also walk past the stairs that went
You
for the
also
southern
went
one.
to the stairs to the northern one, but you didn't go down that path.
Not the southern one yet.
No, you haven't seen that.
Okay.
You know the general area of where it should be in the south, but you didn't see it. You didn't see it in the dining hall. You didn't see it when you peered down the window with the sofa. You well, you did see when you walked
From our
past
reflection.
the stairs and the balconies on the way to the kitchen. You did see big doors leading to the ballroom, essentially, and from there you also a door to the right and a door to the left.
Yeah, you had this big area where the hunter now is. The car
Yeah.
sits to the round, and then the big entry. But we didn't get to see the big entry there.
No. There's a big entry. I can quickly drag you there. I think. You were here. See
Right.
if I can. Where's milk?
I'm coming.
Is that an orc? Oh,
Yeah,
it's a
you're
schnell.
not actually here, but I'm just using this to illustrate it. Oh, this door's
Okay.
open.
This is
Yeah.
where we were.
Yeah,
And
this
then
is
it
the
would
hall we
be.
went through.
Yeah.
And it
So
would be close.
these are the doors I can show you because you would have inferred it. This is the ballroom. You're not inside the ballroom. And you see some other doors here.
But we could probably assume that that was the ballroom because of the suits.
Yeah, because you saw it from the outside. I can move you together. Let me check where I need to move you. But yeah, you didn't see any stairs inside the ballroom, but you can safely assume that it's somewhere in that area, one of the rooms you haven't visited yet.
Yeah. Okay.
And we did see a balcony in the ballroom.
Yeah, you see a balcony on both. The hallway you went through, you had the staircase leading up. The balcony was above that, but there was also a balcony in the ballroom that was a separate balcony. I can probably give you a layout if I toggle something off. I'll just put this on the Discord somewhere.
And we would consider that like a crude drawing we would make like afterwards.
Yeah. And the other place of interest was this area.
Yeah, the eastern basement.
Yeah,
And
of
also
course.
the broken windows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you can see those. I think you can see them right now. I can.
No.
I will make a proper screenshot for you after the session. Unless you really need it now. But
I think we're fine.
yeah. Right.
Okay, so while we're still in earshot of like the mansion, Finn's just gonna talk about like the surrounding woods and be like, oh, hey, there's probably some like good animals for you to hunt in there. Because he doesn't want them to overhear them. So
yeah. You are within earshot. You can roll me a deception if you want.
Creates a distraction.
Create a distraction. You know there's some guards standing on the inside. They think you're fine. They are a little bit more suspicious of Rhae, but balances out. They are not really that concerned right now.
it's like when we got here, I feel like Rhae was the one that seemed more enthusiastic about getting a job, and yet everyone seems to trust me more.
Yeah. Looks like you're supposed to be the charismatic one.
Alright. I think it's time to leave then.
Yeah, I think we want to talk our game plan.
Yeah. Do you want to talk that between the two of you, or do you want to talk about it with Razra and Eliza?
I think we want to talk together first, and then express our plan to the others.
Alright. Where would you do that? In the tavern, outside the tavern, just outside somewhere here?
You know, Maybe we should. What's her name? The boss lady?
Rasra. Rasra, how have
Restaurant?
you?
Okay. Maybe we should discuss it in front of her. And then we'll bring Eliza in on the plan.
Ah. Hop, hop. Bam, you're here.
And Ray's magically drunk again.
I'm crooked.
There, fixed it for you. So, what did you figure out?
Well, we're employed now.
Alright, so the whole delivering ale is off the table?
Well, we could still use that as a backup, but we've walked around, we got a bit of a tour of the mansion, and it's most likely that we'll be hired, but we'll still need a way to shuttle the gold out. We do think we know where the vault is, and might have a way of getting it outside the windows at least, but we might need a cart uh, to shuttle it away on. So if the ale delivery could take place at the same time as we're working, we could use the cart and then use the southern exit, I think, to take away the gold.
And they did say that they were running low on stout.
Yeah.
So, they're probably gonna order some really soon.
Yeah, I actually had an order come in just well, a little bit ago.
Like, oh, perfect. Then, well, that's when you drop it off, that's when we'll hatch our plan.
So you're just putting the gold onto the card again?
Well,
Yeah.
we're gonna have to have something. Wait, are they gonna have to take barrels away when they leave? Like the old barrels?
Well, of course. Then you always take back the barrels of the ale from the tavern because they're marked with the logo, isn't it?
Yeah, we need those barrels back.
Yeah, so we'll put the
Otherwise, they have
gold
to
in
pay a
there.
fee.
Sounds like a plan.
Now we just gotta figure out how to get the gold to the cart.
While we walked around, I think I did notice on the eastern side there was something going downstairs, and then there was something going on with the ballroom. Like the ballroom might have a hidden compartment somewhere there that would lead to what the other guy was talking about earlier, the southern downstairs area that has a vault. But we would have to explore it. We would have to get away from the guard captain, and I could try and lift the keys from his belt because I did see that, but I could also try and pick the lock.
Yeah.
What is your thievery?
+7.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I actually had someone on the inside before, but well, they were caught as deserting. Yeah, the entrance is south somewhere, but I know there's two doors. The first one opens with a key. The second uh, opens with like a combination, so you need to enter a few numbers. I don't know the exact combination, but I do know the Baron is pretty vain, so it's probably something to do with him.
Maybe his birth year or his
His
birthday. Or 1, 2, 3, 4.
Now you need Trill to make up a calendar quick.
Yeah, Trill, help us out.
Yeah. Right, if you think your plan is set, we can go ahead and put it in motion. You want to go tomorrow, the day after that? You need to gather some more information.
How about if we need to get more information, we bring just like a couple of barrels of stout. and then say we'll bring the next ones later.
Oh, you would to do a trial run.
Yeah. Like maybe
Yeah.
they'll get us to like take one of us at least. I mean, I said that I would do some grunt work, but they might take let me like down in the basement or something. If that's where they keep any of the barrels, you know.
Yeah, we could do quote unquote do our job for a day, and then they'll run out of ale again, and they'll maybe be angry and want a bigger delivery this time. And maybe you
Yeah,
can
yeah.
just tell
There's
them that you
different
download.
types of ale, so maybe the stout has run out, but there's another type of ale that they need. Or
Or it could just be like they ordered the stout now, so you could do maybe a delivery of like a barrel, maybe two, and then they'd run out really quickly again. Just saying that you'll have more in a day after that, and that you can do a bigger delivery then, so that we could do our job, or at least pretend to be doing it, and have a look around the compound and try and blend in.
right. I'll prepare some barrels. Yeah, Eliza will probably help you out. She already knows partly about the plan. She doesn't need to know everything, of course. But I do give her some of my cut, so she should be in. Yeah. So you did some scouting. You know how to get in. You said you were good with opening vaults, so even if you don't have the key, you should be able to open it. And if you don't have the combination,
Even with the combination locks are usually a bit more difficult, but I have some tools for that as well. But
yeah,
it's a higher difficulty, so a bit more risky. So if we could find out some numbers while we're doing our scouting game, that would be great. And if not, I can try and pick it.
yeah. And you just load everything onto the cart and then return.
That should be easy. Yeah.
All right. Then plan is set. I'll meet you here. Oh, it's already late in the afternoon, so I'll meet you here tomorrow. Uh, and or when do you start your job? I can also just send Eliza and then you pretend you don't know because it would be weird if you just show up all three of you together.
I think we were supposed to report tomorrow to start out. At least I was with the hunter, and they were talking about a big group of people coming back in a couple of days.
Yeah, that's in a couple of days. They will probably that's their payday, so then the vault will be empty again
So
until
we want
next
to
month.
do it before then.
Yeah, yeah. I don't know. Well, there will be more money, of course, uh, coming in delivered, but well, will be some time again until it fills up again. So we don't have a lot of time, but yeah, I think we have a day or two to just execute this plan.
I think that would leave us with tomorrow doing a regular day of work, seeing if we can find that combination, and maybe get the lay of the land with the oil delivery, and then the day after that to perform the actual heist before the people get it.
Yeah, sounds good. All right, see you then. And I think that's also a good place to end for tonight. Thank you for playing.
Yeah, and then we could just start the mission tomorrow, or not tomorrow, but next week. Like
Yeah,
tomorrow's mission next week.
tomorrow's mission. Yeah, I'll chat on the stream and hang out with you a little bit afterwards. All right. Thanks everyone for uh, sticking around. Hope you had a fun time. I did at least as well. Yeah, we'll be back next week to do the actual heist. see if their preparations are good enough. And until then, oh, see you later. Bye.